We're now at Halbeath Park and Ride. As you can see, it's got good lighting here, and yeah, it's pretty dark now. It'll be pitch black by the time we get to Perth, but I've decided, I was thinking either Broxton or the bus station. Now, at this time of day, I think Broxton would be the best in terms of doing a stream. I'm just over here at the moment. There's no vehicles coming or going. Well, there's one or two coming and going, but I just thought I would take the chance to tell you what my thoughts were, and then we'll get into the action of the vehicles. My thoughts on that are that we should probably actually do a bit of spotting at the Park and Ride. And hello to Thingley says, can't be here, I'm talking to cousin. Okay, no worries mate. And Leon says, hey guys, how you doing? How you doing mate? Hope you're doing alright. And I just thought, after this stream I'll do one up in Perth at Broxton Park and Ride, because it's more vehicles, it's well lit, and I can get the coach back to Stirling from there quite easily. So it's a win-win. Normally when I'm here I would do spotting at that shelter bit that's lit over there just ahead of us, and I think I'll do the same today. But I'm trying to get my 6,000 steps up, as I said on my stream yesterday, so I'll probably be walking up and down. So if the signal gets fuzzy or it disappears, then I'll try and stay in the same place. Now we've got an X24 to Glenrothes there. What one have we got? That's 50532. See, we wouldn't have seen these down at Ferrytoll. SF74YNT there. And on the 19 to Rosyth, Babcock. Yes, Babcock is an area in Rosyth. That's why it's 19OUC. I don't know why they call it that. I really don't know why they call it that. So, I've made a decision that, I know I said Perth bus station would be a place that we would go to along with Broxton today, but we're a bit later on getting away, as we see SF74YNT pulling away. So we'll do a little bit at Perth bus station later in the week, possibly Friday. Or maybe over the weekend if I don't get a wee bit too drunk on Saturday night and my work's night out. I did remember getting a little drunk last year, but we'll leave last year in last year. That's a story for a different day. Freon says, Alba, see last night we got news from the Jewish embassy in Australia on the news that there has been more attacks. I read about that in the newspaper today. Disgusting. It's horrible. Now, I'm not Jewish myself, but I take people for what they are. I don't care what their sexuality is, what their religion is, what their colour of their skin is. I accept people for who they are. You know? I believe in being nice to people. Anyway, he says, when are we going to see you back down in Ayr? I'm not actually sure, to be honest, mate. I was hoping before Christmas, but I don't actually know, to be honest. Possibly before Christmas, but I'll let you know, okay? YX66WNT over there, that's, can't quite see the fleet numbers at the moment because it's getting dark and the lighting in this place does prevent that. Jack says, hey Alba, what's up? I was busy taking bus pictures there. Oh, nice. Well, I'm out at Halbeath at the moment, mate. I was down at Ferrytoll, but decided to get one of the BZLs up to here. I'm not doing much in the way of recorded stuff at the moment. I've still got tons of recorded videos on my phone. No less than 273 of them. So yes, that's a lot. Including the first part of the 47 service Lothian bus where it broke down, and I intend to finish off that route at some point. It'll probably be after New Year now before I get around to doing that, I think. And Fiona says, "Hey Jack, how are you? Good to see you again." Yeah, it's always good to see you. Well, my name's not Jack personally, but and he says, "Cool to get in a BZL on the 747. Yes, it is. In fact, it's that one sitting over there. It's not that Decker. That's not a BZL. That's a funny looking BZL. Enviro 400mm CSN67 WZX. You can now get a BZL DD. I haven't seen one yet, but I think there's a few down in London at the moment. In fact, come on, we'll go over to the centre bit, because last time, now I'm not after this, but last time I was through here, I got a few honks doing some spotting here. I know it probably looks weird seeing a guy walking down here holding his phone with a cable running into his pocket. Yeah, my power bank's there and I'm charging my phone off it. Probably looks a bit weird seeing that, but you know what, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Right, let's see if we can get across onto the centre. Nothing coming, so we're all good. That was the BZL that I got off. I'll stop next to this lamppost and be able to see it a bit better. SF75VZL, I put it down as VDL I think, on the pre-recorded video. If that's the case, I'll need to change that. I'll need to remember and change that. Now, what have we got coming in? Hunter's Coaches. Of all places I had to see them, that was right here. That's the Dollar Academy service YX22LTY. I've seen that coach a few times in Tillicutry, which is where I live. I've seen that coach a few times around there, but I'm not going to film that if it's full of kids. That's not the thing I do. Not the sort of thing I do. Never have, never will. As we see the X59 pulling away to St Andrews. Freon says, "Alba, can I be your mod on the channel?" I'm not entirely sure what a mod does actually, to be honest. I've never really had anyone as a mod. Jack says Hunter's Coaches on the M90, M91 or M92. None of those actually, to be honest. It's doing a school run, I believe, from Dollar Academy, because it does a stop off here. Busboy says, "Alba, hey open day buddy, how you doing mate? Hope you're doing alright." Jack says X59 to St Andrews, but I've seen an X59 to Glenrothes. Yes, I've also seen X59A as well, which is the evening journeys, I think. We might actually see one before we leave here. X59 to Edinburgh, YX64WDA, and that one is in... I can't actually give the fleet numbers out just now because it's too dark. I can only really do that if I'm on board the vehicle or if I can search it. And once again, I don't have my little book with me, so yes. Not that I could get it out anyway, so I've got my bag here. I thought my little book was actually in this bag, but it's not. Busboy says, "Guess what? You have 24220. Yes, we do. Actually, I'm glad you came on, mate, because there's something I want to tell you, and I'll tell you in just a moment when I've caught up with the messages. Freon says, "Alba, make sure to come down to Ayr soon." And Busboy says, "Did you see it?" Jack says, "Did you do the full X59A yet?" No, not yet, mate. I haven't had the chance to do that yet. But we've got an Enviro 400 EV there, YX25. One of the YX25 ones. That's 80212. Right, 24020. I'm glad you mentioned that one. I saw it today, and yes, I can confirm it's now in Midland Bluebird livery. I can actually confirm that. Because it passed me on Winds Road when I was on 52 coming into Alloa, as we see YX18 LHO coming in. I saw it as I was coming into Alloa when I was on 52. Now I was sitting downstairs on the double decker on 8969, but unfortunately I couldn't go upstairs in time in order to get my phone out to take a picture. So I missed it, damn it. I apologise about that, but I will try and capture it. It's on my radar list, and hopefully I might get it tomorrow. YX25 NXT there. I wonder if that's maybe a WWE fan, possibly. I don't know. Just joking. 80212, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Just had a drink there. I just had a drink of soft drink there. Yep, that's on the X57. I've actually done that route, to be honest. Yep, going back to what I was saying. The bus has got Avatar 3 on it. Yes, it does actually, you're right. Avatar, Fire and Ash. Cinema doesn't get any bigger. Experience it in 3D in cinemas December 19th. I'm giving them free advertising here, ain't I? Oh, well, I've never been one for the cinema, to be honest. If a movie comes out that I want to watch, I just get it on DVD. So, what have we got coming in now? YX69 LCE on the M92. How'd they go on? That's at Aberdeen. Whereabouts are you now? You're going to Aberdeen. Gallivanter. That is a crap Aberdeen accent. So no more Aberdeen accents from me, I promise. Apart from this, X27 to Glasgow, pure quality. SF74 YLC there. I'm sorry. I'm going to play this back and think, oh jeez, how embarrassing. And it is kind of embarrassing actually for me. Kind of stupid as well actually. That's why it says Alba, that's got Avatar 3, or I've already read that one. As we see X57 to Edinburgh pulling away. It says, did you spot any double decks with SpongeBob on it? I haven't been looking for SpongeBob, to be honest. Jack says, sorry for missing your lives as I was taking bus pics all day. Oh, this is my bus going to Glasgow. Are you actually at Halbeath just now, mate? If you are, I'm standing over on the centre course. Feel free to come over and say hello. I don't mind. SE70 GSO on the M90 there. Don't know if it's in Inverness or Edinburgh though. One of these would do just nicely for when I'm going up to Box 10. Is that Edinburgh? Yes, it is. Possibly might actually have that one on the way up. Panorama would be nice. As long as it's not an interdict. Busway says bye bye, Avatar bus. Well, you'll see it passing in just a moment. Not that one. As you see SN64 OGD pulling in on the 33. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a story in a minute. YX25 NXT there, as I said. There's your Avatar bus pulling away, mate. M90 and M92 I saw just now. Where's M91? It'll be probably just leaving Inverness just now around this time, I would imagine. It doesn't get down here till about 8:30, 8:45 at night, and I'll be long gone from here by then. And on the 33 to Dunfermline is SN64 OGD. Enviro 300. Sounding a little throaty if I'm being honest. X61 for Leven and St Andrews, Y64 WDD. was going to tell you something and I forgot what it was now. No, it's gone. It's completely gone. Oh well. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. Yes, I knew it would. As we see, 90 to Edinburgh just pulling away there. Jack says I took that bus today on the 33 SFX40GD, and Jack says I got a pic of it on my phone. Busboy says, did you see 242? I just realised he was talking to Jack there. Apologies about that. X6 going to St Andrews, Y64WDD. Yep. As we see, Y64 AKJ, Scania Enviro 400 pulling in on the 19. My mate who drives for a stagecoach at the Dunfermline depot loves them. And speaking of him, I got a bone to pick with him. It's funny though. Last time he seen me, I think it was either here or at Dunfermline bus station, I can't remember. I wasn't live streaming, I was just doing pre-recorded stuff at the time. And thankfully I didn't record it because I did say something a bit colourful. He was driving one of those, and I was just looking to see if that was him driving it, but it's not. It's usually on the 19s. But I did say something pretty colourful. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube over this. But he pressed the horn when I had my back turned to him, and let's just say I just about jumped out of my skin because I forgot that the Scania Enviros have got air horns, haven't they? Which are extremely loud. So yes. Okay, I'll come out and say it. I just about shat myself. Not physically. Thing was says I'm back, and Jack says welcome back. Busboy says, my Wally had a van with that. Right. Thing says, are you excited for UK 6208? Not sure what that is, mate, to be honest. Jack says, I love the X61. And Busboy's left a message, I'm not going to repeat that. Thing was says, also, he just swore after that, he said he wouldn't. Okay. Thing was says, hi Alban chat, how you doing, mate? Oh, it's Andrew, sorry. I just noticed the message there. I'm having to look at my phone and look ahead to see what's coming in, just so I don't miss anything, basically. Been live streaming now for about 18 minutes, so we'll continue. Maybe, what time is it actually? Let's have a look. I'll make it coming up 25 to 5. I was going to maybe even say 6 o'clock. Go for that, because I'll go for maybe around about 5:45, roughly. Between 5:30, 6 o'clock. Because I was going to get the X56 up to Perth, but I think we might leave that one today. Because I'm going to Broxton, and that doesn't call it Broxton. So probably might try and get a flex service actually, because they're usually quieter. They're usually a lot quieter. Ethan says, hi, where are you? I'm at Halbeath Park and Ride, just outside Dunfermline, mate. Been here about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, personally. Planning on staying here till about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Going to head to Perth after that, in Varamond. Well, I keep saying Varamond, it's in Varamond Depot that operate the services around there. I'm not going to the depot. I'm going to Broxton Park and Ride. I keep calling it that, I don't know why. He says, I love bus. And he says, Busboy's holding a grudge against me for an incident that happened yesterday. I'm not getting involved in that, guys. If you want to talk about that, that's fine. It's not anything to do with me. Been through so many times, usually on an X27. Yes, I find X27 between Kirkcaldy and Dunfermline takes quite a while. Even though it does go down the A92, I still find it's quite a long route, you know? It's quite a long, it takes quite long to get into Dunfermline that way. I still think it's just as quick getting an X61 down to here and then jumping the 19. But I suppose the X27 is straight through. You know, you don't have to get off here and then change to another bus. Now, what we've got, there's another one coming in there. I think that's another 19 possibly. And it looks like a Scania Enviro 400. It does. It is. 19 to Ballingery. VX61 FJU there. Yeah, people can stare all they like. You can stare at me all they like. I don't bother. Andrew says only bus from Cumbernauld 5, X24 and X27. Yep, every half an hour. That's very true. Finley says, can you mute busboy please, because he keeps bothering me. The only thing I'm going to say is, guys, please don't argue, okay? Please just don't argue, okay? Busboy says you should tell the chat who you saw Midland Bluebird Open Day. Yeah, it was yourself. I will admit, I have met you in person. But the only thing I'm just asking is, please, guys, don't argue, okay? I don't want to put someone on timeout. Andrew says, please be friendly. Well, that's what I'm saying to them. That's what I'm saying to them, Andrew. I'm trying to say, guys, please just let's be friendly here, okay? VX61 FJU 15764. No! What? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I thought that was my mate driving that, because I know there's one of the drivers at the depot does look like my mate who drives the stagecoach, and he's a spitting image of him. I think that was him. Now, one of the older 747s there, SN67 WWO, getting a bit tongue twisted there. That's what the BZLs are replacing. One of these has already been in the paint shop and is in pure black now, and I think it was WWS. Busboy says, you said 67. Yep, SN67 WWS. And that's that one there, 747. One of the older 747s. That's what the BZLs are replacing. Because these are going to be getting sprayed into normal livery. One of the BZLs has been one of these has been in the paint shop. I think it was WWS that's been in the paint shop, because it was on the X22 the other day. I saw it when I was down in Alloa doing a bit of shopping. Didn't get a chance to get a picture of it, because I know that the YX201s have been transferred to Glenrothes. Because last time I was passing through Glenrothes, I actually saw one. '67 is unfunny, let's be real. I don't see anything funny about 67 either, that's the reg number. Just like this bus here, I'll see it from the back. Hang on. It's SF75VZL. It's like when someone says 69, I always say back in the summer of '69, because I'm a fan of Bryan Adams. I saw the dude at the Hydro in Glasgow, and the place was amazing. I remember I went there with my mate Dave and his wife. Hello if you're watching, guys. And the place was absolutely jumping when he did Summer of '69, and the lights dimmed down way down low before he started Everything I Do, which is the biggest UK #1 in the charts. That was 16 weeks at #1 back in 1991. I was only 4 years old back then, so we had no YouTube, no Facebook, no TikTok, back when life was simple, as I call it. Not that I'm on TikTok, because I'm not. I'm thinking about starting up an Instagram, possibly, but I'll only ever do live streams on here, on YouTube. That will be it. I very rarely do. I don't even know how to do a live on X, because I'm on X as well, but I don't even know how to do it. I genuinely don't, and I rarely upload anything onto X. I'm lucky if I upload anything once a week, whereas here I'm doing it several times a day. So anyway, so as I was saying, when he did the lights way down low, he was encouraging people to put the torches on their phones on and start swaying them from side to side, like this. So of course me and Dave and his wife joined in. And as soon as he started singing Everything I Do, everyone joined in, including myself, I will admit to that. And no, I am not going to give you a rendition of that, because let's just say I can't dance and I sure as heck cannot sing. My singing is awful. But yep, we do get moments like that here at Halbeath Park and Ride where there's no buses coming in. Well, I say that, just as I say that, an elite pulls in. You do get moments like that here where there's no vehicles pulling in. And that's that. Talking about the A's, actually, that's X59A, Y60WCY. Andrew was just mentioning those a few minutes ago. I knew we would see one around about this time. I didn't think it was going to be as soon as, though. In fact, there's two of them. There's one going to Edinburgh now, YX64WCZ. Well, you know what they say, you wait for a bus and three that turn up at the same time. We just need one. Well, we can only see two X59As at the moment. That'll have X59A programmed onto its screen. In fact, believe it or not, that will actually have M92 Aberdeen on it. It will. But you'll never see that doing an M92. Never. You've got more chance of seeing an elite like that one, or that one, doing an M92. But I don't think Stagecoach should put a vehicle that age on an M92 all the way to Aberdeen. You never know, but I doubt it. But going back to what I was saying, I remember one day, an open day, back in Dunfermline. I think I've told the story on a live before, but I'll tell it again. Back in 2018, I was at an open day at Dunfermline Depot, the Stagecoach were doing, and one of the mechanics said to me, "Do you want to put your favourite destination up on the screen?" And I thought, okay. I didn't know how to work the destination screen back then. I've got an idea how to do it now, but I still don't have a great idea. So anyway, he said to me, "What destination would you like?" And I said, "Could you put 8A Alloa on it?" Because we didn't have X22 back then. So that's what I did. And he said, "Right, to change it, you do this, you do that." And I thought, okay, I'll bear that in mind. It was on board a little Solo SP06FNA, which is now being sent for scrap, I think. I think there's someone getting on the 747. I'm not quite sure who that is. They waved to me, so I've just waved back to them. Hello to whoever it is. Could be a subscriber, I don't know. Might be Andrew, for all I know. Could be anyone. I don't tend to recognise people by face. I'm more of a name type of guy. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, the vehicle in question was the Solo, and I said to the mechanic, "Would this have all the 5 destinations on it?" And he said, "Yes, every single 5 destination, including CityLink destinations." I thought, okay. I thought I could have a bit of fun with this. So I had it saying X24 Kincardine for Glasgow. Then I thought, okay, let's take it a little further, see what else it's got. So I put X7 up on it, but it was coming up bad route. So I thought, try 7. Then it was saying Kirkcaldy for leaving. I thought, okay. What else did I try? M90. Perth Broxton was the first one that I saw for it. What else was there? M90 Inverness, M92 Aberdeen. I had it saying, I even had it saying M11 London. Not that I could imagine a solo being put on M11 to London. I even, believe it or not, I found Megabus Europe on it, and it was I had it saying, I can't remember the exact destination, but I think it was this. I think it was Berlin via Antwerp and Bruges, or something like that, or Antwerp via Bruges or somewhere like that. Because someone took a picture of it somewhere and put it on social media saying some people were having fun with the solo putting up their favourite destinations, including the solo on Megabus Europe duties. Honestly. I don't think I fancy going all the way to Bruges or Berlin on a solo. On an elite, yes. On a solo, maybe not so much. Anyway, come on, Gallivant, I'll get back to the questions. The chat. Right, I'm just scrolling back through to see where I left off. Internet trends are absolutely black, says Stingray. He goes on to say it's some internet trend and it's really bad. I'll need to Google it, to be honest, because this is 67 he's talking about, because I've never actually heard of it, to be honest. Because imagine if AKO pulls up. No, Malak, it probably will. He then says that's how we all felt in school dancing, in school social dancing. Well, when I was at school, we had to do that. We didn't have a choice. You got told off by the teacher, possibly even a smack, because we actually did get that. When I was at school, that was a good few years ago. Now, what have we got in the X27? Volvo 9700DD, but which one? That is SF74 YOC. Why is it always whenever I see YOC I get a dose of the hiccups? Andrew says, wonder if X25, X25A might be hiring again. Recently double decker are breaking down quite a lot. I don't know, to be honest, mate. I don't know. I got an X25A last Thursday into Glasgow from Cumbernauld, and it was running fine. Very smooth. Maybe a little bit too warm because the driver had the heating on. And last Thursday, from what I remember, wasn't that cold. It's a bit chillier tonight. I wouldn't say it's freezing, but because I'm pacing up and down here, that's helping with the steps, of course. Thing was, it's also, you know, SF55 NOU has been preserved. Yes, I heard about that. Metal Chill for review. Yeah, we did actually. But that was how life was back then, I'm afraid. You know, if we misbehaved at school, we potentially got a smack or sent home. I got sent home a couple of times, but not very often. I'm not saying I was a goody two shoes at school. I'm not saying I was a bad one either, because I wasn't. I was just one that wanted to get on with it and get it done and get out of there. So Thingley says, same, yeah, I know how you feel, mate. I know how you feel, bro. So what have we got coming in at the moment? Nothing at the moment. Then says I'm still in school though. Secondary I'm in. I left school 2002. So that was a few years ago. We've got a nice, I think that's a Evator that's coming in. Evators around here, maybe not the rarest, but not something I've seen at Halbeath. Evators tend to be on M8, M9, M10, anything basically. I've seen them on the 976 to Oban. Wouldn't be surprised if they get sent down to London occasionally, but that won't be anymore as of the 22nd of December. The M11 and M20 is getting taken off. Is that one coming in? Yes, it is. Is it? No, I think it must have been a private hire. Oh well. Instead, we've got an Enviro 400 on X61 for Edinburgh. SK20 AWX on X61 now. That's actually not that rare. I've seen one of those doing express routes. Because even recently, Stagecoach were sending like 64 and 63 plate buses from like Perth and St Andrews to Edinburgh, and the YX20 ones are still getting used on X59 occasionally. I saw a picture of one on X59 just the other day. Thing says, I read that message already. I saw one of the one service 1700s for Stagecoach West Scotland in the 706, which is pretty rare. Is it? I didn't know that. Andrew says X24 in short light. Yes. I think it might just be turning in there unless it was a truck that I heard. I don't know. It says London. That's a Enviro 400 EV. What, this one here? No, it's an MC, mate. That's an MMC. That's not an electric one. That's definitely not electric. It says, oh no, oh wait, no, it's an MMC. Yep, it is. Now, what else have we got coming in? Nothing at the moment. See, even here, I get moments like this, you know, where there's nothing here, nothing coming in, nothing going. I think every bus point will have that at some point. Jack says, was that the 747 there? No. What, getting showered? I don't see anything getting showered here, mate. No, there hasn't been a 747 here for a little while. That was an X61. It's just pulled out. Getting showered. I'll need to play back the stream and have a look at that. To be honest, mate, I didn't see anything. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'll need to play that back and have a look. I was going to show you the inside of the park and ride, but that's a bit boring, you know, because it's the same. It's got toilets, vending machines, ticket office. What more do you need? Well, it's got a television screen as well, so if that TV's on, chances are I could get a copyright warning, so I ain't going to go in there. Jack says I was needing a wash as I was a bit smelly. Well, I had a shower this morning, but not that you needed to know that. Oh, I think we've got a coach coming in, possibly, maybe. Yes, we do. Oh, McLean's Yutong GT12. Saw a few of these on the stream on Saturday. That's M92 to Edinburgh. And that one is H24 MCL. Seen that one on the channel a few times. Unless they didn't know McLean's went here. Yes, they do. They do quite a lot of CityLink work. I've seen McLean's do M92. I've seen them on M90. Where else have I seen them? I've seen them doing... What was that? There was that route that came back from Cardiff to Glasgow, which has now been taken off. I can't even remember what number it was, that route. That's terrible. Thing was, they went on a lovely VDL over the other day. It was an old marble orange one. Alright, I've got a feeling I might know the one you're talking about. I mean, I've seen that. I can picture a VDL in marble orange livery. Now, this will be another 19 coming in, I bet. My bet is right. It is 19 to Blingery. And that one is indeed, which one? VX61 FKG, and the person who stuck the middle finger up. Same to you too, mate. I've had that a few times, you know. I actually had one person on a video stick the middle finger up when I think it might have actually been here a couple of months ago. Was it here? No, Glasgow it was, Buchanan Street. I was waiting at the entrance to where I'll be tomorrow, and someone stuck the middle finger up. It was on the X74, if I remember rightly. I didn't notice it at first until I played back the video, and then I spotted it and I thought, oh, okay. Okay, same gesture to them. Not that I'm going to do that, because I'm not. I'll catch up with the messages in just a moment, because the 19's just departing. I'll let you see it depart. VX61 FXG, as I said. No one giving gestures. That's good. That's what I like to see. I don't like it when they do it, but not that I'm tempted to ever retaliate, because I wouldn't. You know. Anyway, let's get back to the messages. I'm trying to say that's VX61 FKG. That's what I said, mate. Thing that says either McLean or Rennie's not boost higher to Scottish CityLink. Yeah, Rennie's used to do it quite a while ago. I think Rennie's have since, well, they're now owned by Stagecoach, but you never see a Rennie's vehicle out and about now. I don't know if they've maybe since gone out of business. Rennie's got shut down, didn't it? Yeah, I think it did. They got bought over by Stagecoach quite a while ago. That's one thing I do remember. He goes on to say, I just flipped them off back. Good one. Because I wouldn't really get too involved in that kind of stuff though. No, I wouldn't either. As we see, Y66 WNS on X59 pulling in. Yeah, Rennie's is part of Stagecoach now. I've got a feeling that Rennie's don't do anything anymore. I think all the school work that they did got reallocated to Stagecoach from the Dunfermline depot. I think they've still got the place in Cowdenbeath though. Maybe need to go there sometime and have a look. Not that I'm going to just randomly turn up and start looking at it, because that would just be a bit weird. But yeah, I still believe that they've still got that. think we've got another one coming in now, another BZL. We do. Now, which one's that? That's SF25YLA, and on the Ilkeston 4 to Glasgow. It's SF74YNY. I don't know what it was about here, but a few months ago when I was here, there was a few drivers who were actually beeping the horn, you know, when I was standing where I am, because it's a traffic island. And when they saw that I was doing bus spotting, I was getting a few honks and a few waves. I don't know why, because I've never really had that before, but nothing today. Nothing. Not that I'm after that, because I'm not. If they wave, they wave. If they don't, they don't. You know? Doesn't bother me. But the phone signal around here is decent, so I can do it. There's only a few places in Scotland where I can't do live streaming, and that's within Edinburgh bus station, because the phone signal in there is just so poor. I can do it on the outside the bus station, whether it's in Andrews Square or at the York Place junction, or even at the traffic lights just up from the junction, which is where I was on Saturday night. I can't really think of any other bus station that has no signal where I can't do it. I haven't tried Kilmarnock yet, but going by what one of you guys said last night, I'm not too keen on that idea now. Hearing that someone got stabbed at Kilmarnock bus station at night time. Yes, I'm not very keen on that idea now. Andrew says, what do you think of the X24 and X27 double-decker buses? And I'm going to be honest, I'm not keen on them. I'm not crazy on them. I think when they said they were going to source new vehicles, I thought when they said they were looking at higher capacity ones, I thought they were going to go for panoramas. I genuinely thought they were going to go for them, but I had a funny feeling they were going to follow suit the same way that CityLink had done and gone for the 9700 DDs. I just had that funny feeling that's what they were going to do. As we see LB72DZJ pulling in, YX66, I beg your pardon, WNS just pulls away. Now this one coming in is definitely a 400 EV, definitely, and it's Dunfermline based, because the 33 route is mainly Dunfermline based. I think it's always been Dunfermline based, because years and years ago Kirkcaldy Depot actually had its own depot. I'm going back many, many years, before I was even born, because I don't ever remember there being a depot in Kirkcaldy. Right, anyway, let me catch up with the messages. Theon says, Alba, guess what I'm doing with my mate next Monday night? I'm going to see Aladdin the Panto. Oh, no, you're not. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Sorry, mate, I could not resist. Coach coming in, so you could say it's behind you. I think it's coming in anyway. Or is it? No, I don't think it is. No. Oh well. Anyway, Jack says, me too, I've been on them lots of times. And he says, does anyone remember their first panto? I don't remember my first panto, if I'm being honest, because I've never been one for pantomimes or cinema or anything like that. I don't mind watching a DVD, or back when I was younger it was VHS tapes. I've still got a pile of VHS tapes at home. I've still got a VHS recorder, believe it or not. Whether it still works or not is anyone's guess. Now that is VX61FKF, and it says Merry Christmas from Stagecoach. Well, ho 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 to you two guys as well. I know I'm not going to do my Santa Claus impersonation, not live on YouTube. That's embarrassing. I'm not having anyone poke fun at me for that. Anyway, Drink says, I got that bus on a school route, my LB72DZJ. Yep, that's the SF25YLA just pulling out, and just coming in is SN16OZB on the 19. Now, Dingley says it's part of their panto because they said 6-7. Oh, okay. Drink says, I got that bus on a school route. Oh, I've read that one already. Andrew says, ages ago saw 99D Scottish Citylink doing an X25A to uni. 99D. Don't you mean a 900? Citylink 900 Panorama. I've seen those doing an X25. It's actually quite rare because they're based at Cumbernauld Depot. They're based at the Stagecoach Cumbernauld Depot as well. Not that one in particular, but some of the Citylink Panoramas are. Some of them are based up at Inverarmond as well. I was hoping we might have seen some panoramas here, but we might see a few more tomorrow. Or maybe I'm just not giving it enough time. Could be either or. Andrew says it's behind you. Yeah, very good, mate, very good. He says, I was shocked to find out DVDs aren't modern anymore. No, it's MP4 now. And streaming, and like what I'm doing just now. VX61FJU on the Merry Christmas from Stagecoach. No, that's FKF. That's YX61FKF that's over there. Says, I've been on LB72DZG in the West Scotland fleet. Or was it, that was one of the ones that was recently transferred, I think. Yeah, because didn't some of them come through from the West of Scotland fleet to here? I think they did. Now, oh! D&E Coaches Van Ull. Is that the Van Ull? Or is that the VDL? Can't quite tell from here because it's dark. Anyway, I know it's going to Inverness, that's for sure. M90. No, it's neither. It's AB22DEC. That one is the Van Ull. Altano, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I tried to get on that one time to Broxton, couldn't get on because it was absolutely packed. And I think my chances of getting on this time might actually be remote as well. Yeah, that one looks mega packed. Yeah, I've got no chance of getting on that one, I'm afraid. That is packed. Not a chance would I get on that, so not a chance am I going to even attempt it. I'll wait for a Flixbus, I think. The next Flixbus that comes in, I think I'll try and get on it. I don't know when the next Flixbus is due, but I'll give it a go. Anyway. Isn't there a 787 due? Possibly. I'm sure there's one due around about this time. Andrew says, I'm going to the Air Panto. Been at Glasgow Kings recently, saw Little Mermaid. Belter. Thing is, it's a bus, well, we'll have to sing it again. Then won't we who? Very good. Thing says, Scanias did. Okay. Never seen someone's comment get removed here. I haven't removed it. I honestly haven't removed anything. Drake says, I keep deleting my messages as I kept making mistakes. Just as a X57 Halbeath Park and Ride, that's YX180LHR. I was just talking about that one on my Fairy Tales live stream. I just mentioned 67 there, it's just coming in. YX66WNH. Service that runs 24 hours a day, believe it or not. But would I take that one if I was going to St Andrews just now? Probably not. I'd probably take the 9700DD. Or I would try and get on the X59 if there's one due. I'm not 100% sure if there is or not. fiancés. I'm so excited because they're going for a festive dinner before. Exeter 7 to Halbeath Park and ride and Jet 77 to St Andrews. Yep. Talking about dinner, I actually need to think about what I'm going to have for mine. As you see, another elite coming in, like 7 UPD. I would take that one to St Andrews. Now, Interdeck or elite to St Andrews. Oh, the choices. I know which one I would take. Now, where's Mr. Flixbus going? So if he's going to Perth Broxden, I could possibly get on that. The X-Megabus Interdeck. Yes, it is actually X-Megabus, you're right. It is. I don't know where Mr. Flixbus is off to because I can't see it. 0922 Aberdeen. The Engleson Park and Ride, Halbeath. And Perth, Broxden. I'm going to see if I can get a seat on that one, folks. So, I shall say cheerio for now. And I'll talk to you about Broxden.